You never see him without a smile. He brings, the most positive attitude that God has given a person. He brings the room alive when he walks in it.
Really kind of focusing on his craft and his job and really trying to do as much as he can to improve the quality of his service, his department that they offer our consumers here.
He implements like surveys, wanting to know, how are we doing? How can we make things better?
He always makes sure that the clients have what they need to help support them throughout their entire therapy session. He bends over backwards to serve great food, and he's teaching us a lot in the kitchen.
Like, if I'm in the hall or whatever, they'll fist bump me and hug me and stuff like that, which, it feels good that we're having an impact on their lives.
Harvey and Hassan are very deserving of a customer service award because of the great teamwork that they show and the constant care that they provide to the kids and the staff at the hospital to make sure that everyone's safe. Harvey has been a fire and safety officer at CRC for a number of years, and then we were fortunate enough to add a second evening shift fire and safety person and found the perfect fit in Hassan. And so together, they just have such a spirit. You can hardly say one of their names without saying the other one. It's like Harvey and Hassan. They just go together, and they really bring a lot of joy to the workforce, and certainly the kids feel that they're safe because of their presence.
With Chris, I think what stands out with him is that he has such a positive attitude. I mean, you have positive attitudes, but he's way over the top. And so wherever Chris goes, if someone else is having a hard day, if they've experienced a tragedy, whatever they're facing that day, I think Chris's his can-do and positive attitude way overshadows anybody's negative. You cannot be negative when Chris is around. So
I think it's awesome that the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services recognizes people for doing a good job and seeing that it's worth getting up and coming to work every day.
He's able to calm a situation down, whether it be involving the consumer themselves or our staff that are working with that client. So I think his smile when he comes in and he smiles at them and he asks them about their day, I think it makes a great difference.
I think she does amazing. She has a really good rapport with policemen, hospitals, families of consumers themselves. She was sitting at the reception desk and a consumer was in triage being evaluated, and the toddler was in the lobby with the grandmother, and the little girl had a hard piece of candy in her mouth and began choking. The grandmother panicked. Lila jumped up, utilized her first aid skills, and got the candy out of her mouth. But Lila always jumps in, pitches in. She's a very good team player, and people respond well to her. Lila's very dedicated. She's a hard worker, and I think she has in the past mentored quite a few new staff members, and I think she's impacted them.
Megan Garrison is the Clinical Compliance and Development Specialist for our agency. She works with the staff on keeping them informed of PAs when they're about to expire. She works with the PI coordinator to help manage the minutes and help with monitors when necessary. She also works in other different departments. Usually she will help transport consumers when needed. She helps with inpatient discharge typing if medical records gets behind. She was recently added to the drug court and OMAT teams. Megan often just gets up and looks for something to do, so she'll make rounds throughout the building if she is caught up on her work and has a smile on her face. Instead of waiting on something to come, she goes looking for anybody that she can help.